Welcome to the new normal. As St. Lucia embarks on the road to recovery, life is looking a little bit different to all of us. How different? Welcome to another episode of Stepping Up. I'm your host, Danielle Dubois. In this episode, we reach out to one of the establishments that were allowed to open as the country enters phase 4 of the reopening schedule, how a soccer fit class went online, and for Link Up, we chat with St. Lucia's Consul General Tashaja in Miami. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, almost all economic activity came to a grinding halt, leaving thousands unemployed, small businesses closed, and leaving very little room for anyone to generate income or even spend cash. However, with the several successes in the fight against COVID-19, the government of St. Lucia is continuing its strategic approach to managing the new normal. St. Lucia's 18 confirmed cases of COVID-19 have all recovered, and Prime Minister Honorable Alan Chasney has congratulated St. Lucians for adhering to the protocols, declaring a job well done.
We are here at a key juncture of our COVID fight. We started off this process to delay the impact of COVID as a virus into St. Lucia while we prepared ourselves to handle a potential outbreak. And I want to congratulate all St. Lucians. I want to congratulate the team here and the many persons that are behind these names that are putting in the hours that we have. And to say that, well done, St. Lucia.
Moving on to the next phase will depend on how well St. Lucians continue to adhere to the protocols, together with a keen eye on the health situation, that is, no evidence of community transmission. After almost 2 months of life disrupted like we have never seen before, finally we can say things are settling as a new normal. And as a country, we must continue to congratulate ourselves for stepping up. Let's have a look at our first interview where we flex our muscles at Fitness Freaks. Hey guys, so as you know, the government of St. Lucia basically told the country that we're entering the 4th phase of being able to reopen our society. And a part of that, we have a few establishments who were able or given the permission to open this week. So today we're here at Fitness Freaks, and I'm talking to Julian Felix, who is the managing director of Fitness Freaks. How are you, Felix?
I'm good, thank you.
So thank you so much. How do you feel about being able to open up again?
I get calls every day. When I reopen, can we train? Everybody wants to train, everybody wants to get out of the house. But I'm a law-abiding person. I refuse to break the law. But reopening has been good.
So take us step by step to some of the protocols that you've established.
As I said earlier, we have placed signs all around the gym. We have placed hand sanitizer bottles everywhere, including we have really established some of our signs where we'll adhere to it and see to it that you must wipe every piece of equipment after use. So the way I'm doing it in here right now, if you're going to use one piece of machine, you're going to use it until you finish.
Right.
You will not be jumping from machine to machine. We do one piece of machine. If you're going to do 3 sets, 4 sets on a piece of machine, you do it and you move on to the other one.
And then I also noticed that together with having, you can't wear the mask in the gym.
In the gym, some people
your
do.
Towel is what you say
Right.
is mandatory. You cannot work out if you don't have your own towel.
Before, some people used to come with these short face towels. We have been made it mandatory that you cannot, absolutely cannot come into the gym. If you walk in the gym with it, I'm sorry, that you will be going back home. You can't train. We will not be taking
So
a
when you
risk.
say what type of towel you're talking about?
We want a full body, upper body length
bath
towel.
towel.
A full upper body length towel.
Upper body.
Length
Okay.
towel, yes.
Okay.
At least. With that is okay, but with a full length towel is even better.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And if you could talk to the fact that you said that your classes, in terms of your spinning, and that you said you have plans to cut them down in half, and people have to now make an appointment to come to the gym, whereas you're not allowed to walk in.
Right now, we take only a certain number. So right now we can only take 8 people in the gym or 7 sometimes.
Right.
In the studio we can take like 10 because we have enough space. Every bike in the studio is at 6 foot both back and front and side. So we might, when we reopen, when we do the full opening in in June, the first week of June, we might have to increase our classes because of we don't want to put too many people in one class. Some of the classes we might have to hold back on it for a little bit, like our soca fit classes, because of people are too much one on top of the other.
Do you have any worries that persons might not want to come to the gym anymore because of?
Yes, I do actually. And for these people, I got a plan.
What's the plan?
Ask them to come earlier, whatever time, and personally I'll be doing like one-on-one
Classes
with them.
Yeah.
If you want to do like a spin class, I will be doing one-on-one with you.
Yeah.
Or two-on-one or three-on. So if there's a group of ladies who wants to do, okay, oh Felix, I don't feel comfortable coming to the gym with everybody in the gym, so I would say, okay, let's see 3 o'clock. Like right now I'm doing a class at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. If there's any concern, like, because I know people are nervous, we had some clients here who were really nervous and they left the gym earlier than they had to. We make arrangement, or I will make the arrangement to do classes like on one-on-one or two-on-one or three-on-one if they're comfortable with it. So we got the setting right, we get the distance right, and then I do the little class, like it's a little group class for them.
So just to conclude, what message do you have to all your members? I know Fitness Freaks is a very popular gym in Grand Via Groseley. What message do you have for them to just reassure them that it's safe to return to the gym and that you're here doing all that you can to ensure that they have a pleasant and safe experience?
All Fitness Freak members are fine to come back to the gym. They're welcome back with everything we have. We have put signing up in place, so you call, you reserve a time, you show up. In terms of sanitizing, we have from hand sanitizers, we have from mole cleaners, we do the cleaning every day. So I know some people are still a bit nervous, but we assure you that we are doing everything in our power to keep you safe and enjoy your workout.
Well, Felix, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In navigating these very strange and uncertain times. And yes, thank you all the best.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wash your hands. Wash them right.
With soap and lots of water. Get between fingers. Get under the nails. Go above the wrists. Do this for no less than 15 seconds. Rinse properly. Dry with a clean towel. If there is no water, do the same washing motions with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer containing at least 70% alcohol.
Wash your hands. Wash them right. This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome back. We just had a nice chat with Managing Director of popular gym Fitness Freaks, and we saw how he has had to adopt and enforce new health protocols as he opens his doors to members. We now zoom into another health and fitness enthusiast who has made the transition online to have his Soca Fit classes, allowing his followers to keep moving despite this pandemic. Let's have a look at the interview. So I'm here with Chacho, who is the founding director of Soca Fit.
Yes.
And if you know Soca Fit and you go to the gym, everybody knows Chacho and everyone loves Chacho.
A little bit, not a lot.
No, a celebrity. I'm proud to have this conversation here with Chacho here today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. I know you're doing well. You look well as well. Yeah, so, we organized the interview to talk about how has life been within COVID and the whole pandemic that's affecting all of us. Mm-hmm. And let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
Talk to us about Soca Fit.
Okay, so Soca Fit was originally thought of or conceptualized by myself. Mm-hmm. It was something that I wanted to change. I wanted to change the fact that most when you go to gyms or you go to classes, most of the instructors were female. So I wanted to change that concept and give St. Lucian something that they could, resonate with. Mm-hmm. So something that they could call their own, like soca and mm-hmm. not something not Zumba, something mm-hmm. not forced. Yeah. Something that you could just lightly get into mm-hmm. and enjoy. So that was the thought process, taking it there behind it.
So let us know that let's talk about when we heard that gyms had to start closing and life wouldn't
The
be
horror,
the same.
the horror,
Yes,
the horror.
Let's talk about when you're accustomed to doing your classes here and there, and then you're like everything just stopped
Just
and
stopped.
there's nothing. So talk to us about that.
Okay, when I finally got the word that we had to close down, well, for indefinite, right? We did not know how,
Yeah.
how long it would have been. I was like, damn, okay. Somewhat, I wanted some break,
Yeah.
but when it hits you, you're like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
So I went online, just on YouTube, just going through different videos, seeing how persons overseas did it, like how they instructed classes, like the other options that they had.
The online
Yeah,
options,
the
yeah.
online options. So, and then I stumbled upon it was IG, Instagram Live.
Yeah.
So I looked into it, saw the potential and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I called up my other instructor, which was Mikkel. I called him up and I told him, let's sit down. I know it's gonna be hard. I know it's not gonna be like, especially the income. It's not gonna be what we're used to, but at least it's gonna be something.
Yeah.
So let us sit down, brainstorm, and put stuff together. And then that's what we did. We sat down. We had a lot of different ideas, but we decided to do the live classes and have persons to pay the monthly fee and stuff like that.
So your transition online, what was the response like from your fan base?
That's something you need to get used to.
Yeah.
Especially especially being in your home.
Yeah.
And you have a small screen.
Yeah.
And you have to be motivated towards
Yeah.
with that. So even for me, and when I'm in the studio, we sweat a lot.
Yeah.
We sweat a lot.
It's a vibe in the studio.
It's a vibe, but homes it may not be, because there are a lot of factors. Sometimes the sound is not the same, and people are used to that high power,
and the bass.
the bass. Yeah, you understand.
Yes,
if they wanted to do a V step and they going all in, but so I understood that would have been a challenge.
The
for
transition.
sure. The transition, yeah.
Yeah, and it really speaks to just human beings on the whole, how much congregating is so much a part of us, and it's not the same,
It's not the same.
But that's innovation nonetheless. Being able to see that well, we can't have any gym, I can't have my classes, sorry. So we could offer our service online. Yeah. So what's next? Especially as you see now, this week they said that establishments are allowed to open. What's next for SocaFit? How are you guys going to blend moving forward?
The thing, one thing we're gonna try to do is to keep the protocol, because we are not out of the woods yet.
No,
so we still want to make sure that persons adhere to those policies. But moving forward, we're gonna try to get at least 2 classes going at Aquatic Center.
Nice.
We have other classes, other places, but I'm not sure how they're gonna go about doing it, because we're not directly involved in their operations. So if they decide to call us on and say, okay, let's do at least 1 class, and we're gonna structure it in a way.
Small,
we're gonna start with just Aquatic Center, and hopefully when things get better and better, we're gonna take it off to the other gyms.
Yeah, you also mentioned that when we were having our little powwow before, that offering your service online actually opened up your market, because you are getting people from outside of St. Lucia,
yes,
wanting to be part of the class.
Yes.
So speak to that a little bit for us.
Well, that is something that we're gonna continue. Right now we have a few persons from England. Now the time zones may be difficult, so they do classes at least once a week, but they still do the classes and they still enjoy it. We have persons in Canada as well. They do classes as well. We have persons in the region as well. So we have Antigua, we have Barbados as well. So we have a few outside persons doing the classes, and that is something that I feel like before COVID-19 we did not see the potential in it. So now that we've tapped into the market, and I feel like it's something that could possibly or potentially be
part of
soccer fit. Moving forward,
Yeah.
definitely. We're gonna try to keep it and improve on it and make it better.
Nice.
Yes.
So any lasting messages for your fans? Let us know how we can contact you, because I did not even know you were online. So
Well, yeah. So
so how can anyone access the online classes, I guess, after seeing the fact that you do have it? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people who probably don't know that you could do a little chacho in the afternoon.
Yes.
You know?
Well, they could contact me via email at soccerfit.marketing@gmail.com. They could also call me up at 1715-9757. They could do so, or just hit us up on WhatsApp as well on the same number, and we will discuss and pave a way forward. One of the things that I would want everybody to know is that they need to keep safe as much as possible, and just adhere to the policies, because that's the only way that we could get better and we could move from where we are now.
And we could probably go back to a little bit of
You understand a little bit
the
of
heat in the classes.
Let me tell you, when that pandemic is all over, I'm gonna have a big event.
Most definitely.
One big
Like
event
just
to
like
free
a
up.
field,
Free
and
up,
then some
just hi-fi
speakers, a
and
tall stage.
DJ and just nice
that's,
it up.
That's what we need. Last question for you. What's your favorite soccer song right now? What you listening to on replay?
Only You.
Only You?
Yeah. So Soccer Fit is not
Listen,
only
You. That's the soccer?
Yeah.
I thought
No,
that was
it's Afro. It's Afro.
Yeah.
So Soccer Fit is not only based on.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
it's a Caribbean, it's Afro,
Yeah.
Afro inspired. So it's everything put in one.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
And you're a
have,
big champion for Denry segment in your classes as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you gotta support local. You
yeah,
gotta support local.
yeah. So Only You, who's singing that?
Is it Rick? Hassel's it? I can't remember his name. I can't remember.
But he
his
was a
name.
little mover.
Yeah, it's a nice salsa. We do a nice salsa.
Oh, nice little
step to it.
salsa, yeah.
Nice salsa,
Nice
bachata
salsa.
kind of thing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the waist moving. Yeah.
Well, Chacho, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Yes, and we wish you all the best in all your endeavors.
Thank you.
All right. Now time for our Link Up segment. This Link Up, we head over to Miami to have a chat with Tassa Ja, Consul General at the Consulate General of St. Lucia, Miami. She gives some insight into the daily affairs of the office. Let's take a look. Hello, Tassa. How are you doing today?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm good, Danielle. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you agreed to speak to us today. So first of all, what is it that your office does basically in Miami? And let us know some of the things that you've been up to for the past few weeks.
Our main responsibility is to protect the interests of St. Lucians in the diaspora and to also strengthen our alliances with the host country, which is the United States, by building relationships with local governments, educational institutions, organizations, and the general public. We also offer consular services to St. Lucians to facilitate the renewal of their passports and other official documents. We provide information to visitors for visas. That's for persons wishing to travel to St. Lucia who require a visa. We also promote trade and investment with St. Lucia, among other things.
How large do you think, would you say, is the St. Lucian population in in your space, Miami, and you said it's basically you all cover the whole southern region of America.
Yes. Well, we're still trying to get the database organized to capture that information. We have also contacted local personnel here to get information from the census as to how many St. Lucians live in the general area.
Okay. How were things when it basically started, and what was that like? What was the Miami experience for you and your office at that time?
Well, I saw a bustling city turn into a ghost town right before my eyes. You know, as any other country, we immediately had to work from home. This became our new reality. We had to transfer our calls so we could continue to serve our nationals. We kept abreast with what was happening in our jurisdiction. So we got daily updates from the city, the county, the state to monitor how the pandemic was affecting the state and its possible impact on our nationals.
Wow.
So it was not a regular 9 to 5 for us. We were working around the clock. You know, as the
24/7.
problems came up, the calls came in. It really didn't matter the time.
Right. And I know that you were very instrumental in ensuring that the St. Lucians who recently, not too long, returned home from the cruise ship, what was that process like, and how, and what was the role your office played in ensuring that took place?
Okay, first off, it started with MSC. That would be the crew passengers who got to St. Lucia one day before our borders shut down. Um, they normally, the crew members would call in to let us know, okay, they're having issues, what's happening, you know. So with MSC, the issue was with the Custom and Border Patrol at the time that they were being processed, it was conflicting with the time of our flights. So they were being processed around 9, and we had a flight at 8:45 and a flight at 10:45, I think. So there was no way they could have been processed and get onto a flight. So I remember calling our ambassador to get in touch with the Custom and Border Patrol people, and we did that. They changed the time to facilitate our people, and the MSC crew made it to St. Lucia. We were working at the same time with Norwegian, but unfortunately, our borders closed down and they were not able to get home in time. We continued to get calls from crew members who wanted to know what was going on, how they were going to get home, because they're aware now that the borders are closed. We started a collaborative effort with the Ministry of Tourism, and we started speaking to the cruise ships to find out how we could get them to organize to get our people home, whether it was by charter or dropping them off on the cruise ships. And we continued to work and, you know, ask for information, ask for the list, you know, and our nationals continued to call. They're frustrated, you know, until Carnival decided, okay, we will drop them off. Yes, so we operate as the engine room.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Everybody call us because we're in the
Logistics
space.
office.
Yes, we're in the space, so they call us with all their concerns and queries.
So does the office have any more plans to bring more St. Lucians home? And what are some of the requests you guys are now getting from other persons to realize, like, hey, we could get home?
Well, yes, we continue to work with the other cruise ships who will be bringing the cruise passengers, the crew members home. So we continue to work with them. I mean, the crew members will call, we give them the dates, the proposed dates to get to St. Lucia. So we continue to work with them. We also have citizens who are stranded that we continue to work with. So we give them information on the protocols which have been established. And right before I came on the call, I got a message asking about the test, the COVID-19 test that has to be done before. What will happen if they cannot get a test done? So we direct them to the Ministry of Health website. We try to get information to give to them because they have a lot of concerns. Um, there are among the stranded nationals people who are trying to get information for food banks, so they need humanitarian support. They
It's a
call,
lot.
yes, they call all the time because they want updates on the reopening of the borders.
So just to conclude, what's next for the office, and what lasting message would you have for anyone who gets to see this broadcast or this interview between yourself and I? What is the lasting message that you want to just send home?
We continue to work very closely with our Department of External Affairs and our ambassador, Anton Edmonds, as we send updates to stranded nationals in terms of protocols to travel back home. We want to express immense joy and happiness that our nationals have been reunited with their families, and there are many more to come soon. The success of our repatriation effort wasn't just us, it was a collaborative effort between us and the Ministry of Health. I would also like to acknowledge the leadership of Honorable Sarah Flood Brover and by extension the Ministry of External Affairs. I would also like to thank the Prime Minister for his support during this time. People reached out to him as well, and he contacted our office to ensure that we took care of every citizen who had reached out to him. Also, our ambassador, His Excellency Anton Edmonds, and Minister Fede in Tourism. I owe a debt of gratitude to many officials from the various cruise ships, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, as well as my team at the consulate, who provided support and engaged with the nationals to allay their fears, and to provide reassurances that they will be repatriated home. Let me also highlight the sterling contribution of our St. Lucia associations in Florida, in Atlanta, and in Washington, D.C. for their quick response to our urgent calls to assist our students and our stranded nationals. I want to also assure our nationals at home that in spite of everything, the spirit of St. Lucian unity and solidarity is alive and well in the diaspora. We remain as a consulate unwavering in our pursuit of safeguarding the interests of our nationals that we serve within the jurisdiction, and we can be contacted at 786-502-3351 or our mobile 786-527-5119.
Very inspiring message from you, Ms. Ja. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for all the work that you are doing, and we wish you all the best, and we hope that you stay safe.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. Looks like we ran out of time. If you know anyone who's stepping up in your community, feel free to send me an email at steppingup758@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Danielle Dubois. Keep safe, and don't forget to keep stepping up. See you next time.